Hey, World Entertainment, and of course, Captain America Brave New World is on its way. Oh, yippee. But, of course, the promotional material for this thing is now ramping up, and there's even rumours that they're probably going to drop, possibly, another trailer at the Super Bowl. I don't know why they would bother doing that, seeing as it's only a couple of weeks or something before the actual release of the movie, if not a week. So it'd make no sense for them to put the money into releasing a trailer. But stupid things happen at the Super Bowl and who knows. But one thing they have done now is release a series of new posters. And we're going to take a look at it. But also the runtime. We now have the runtime. And when you hear the runtime compared to the budget and what that works out as, it's insane. But we'll have a look at the posters first. And one of the things that's hilarious is one of the posters. Now, if you follow posters for movies, particularly superhero movies, one of them you'll go, why does that seem familiar? And you'll see exactly what I mean when we get to it. But the first one is this one. None other than the IMAX one. With gigantic Red Hulk and teeny tiny little Sam Wilson. And it's like, if this is even meant to be half of a size comparison in the movie, I don't think his little, what we are now being told, vibranium suit will help him in any cause. Did you ever hear of the old talking points about concussions in American football? When they say, but they've got helmets on. Did you ever hear what the experts always say about that? They say, yes, you've got the helmet on, but it doesn't stop your brain from smashing from side to side. So it's protecting the skull, but inside the egg is still getting scrambled. Kind of the same thing with this. Just because he's got this suit on doesn't mean his organs wouldn't be bouncing around the place. But I digress. Apparently the suit is vibranium. How? Don't know. I mean, it looks like material. So how it's vibranium, I don't know. Of course, it's meant to get, or he's meant to have gotten it in Wakanda. Question then is, of course, is there going to be a scene of Wakanda in this movie? Don't know. But you see the wings there and the shield and whatnot. But it's just like, okay, they're really trying to highlight what you call Red Hulk. And then we get this one, and this one does show, of course, the Celestial coming out of the ocean. You know, the one that they haven't spoken of, or even mentioned, or even addressed since it came out of the ocean in the Eternals, however many years ago at this stage that was. It's like that thing was just sitting there all this time, and not one single reference to it in any of the Marvel projects since that movie. It's like, did they just forget that this thing is sitting there in the ocean? Like, how is nobody referencing this thing? But of course, this time he's in flight with the suit. I have to admit, the suit doesn't look great, does it? The wings look bigger. Is that just me, or do the wings look bigger? Now, of course, this is a poster, but they just seem a bit bigger. And of course, they're doing the trope now with the wings that he's using, that they're doing in every superhero movie lately, and I'm sick to death of it. I've spoken about this before. It's the slicing shit in half. Every superhero movie used to be, oh look, the big laser beam going into the sky, and now it's, let's cut shit in half that's been thrown at us. And it's usually cars and stuff. It's like, stop. Will you please stop doing that? It's stupid. But they keep doing it. Next poster is for the Real D 3D, whatever the hell Real D 3D is. But it's much more of just Captain on his own. No Hulk or Celestials or any other villains or characters with him. So you're kind of getting the look of the suit. Now, again, you're looking at that suit, it's still quite baggy, like on the arms and stuff you see. How is that vibranium? I don't know. I can't figure out how this thing's supposed to be vibranium. Because even when you think of Black Panther's suit that could absorb the hits and then re-release it out and stuff, that suit was skin tight, you know? And it was like nanotechnology. It wasn't vibranium, it was like some sort of nanotechnology, if I remember. But this just looks like a normal suit. So how are they going to actually... if they even explain it. They might just hand it to him and just go, oh, here's your new vibranium suit, and never actually mention how in the hell the thing is meant to be vibranium. I don't know. But, oh, by the way, the boots, why do they look like Wonder Woman's boots? Figure that one out. But this next one is the one we're talking about, which is this one, where he's coming down from the sky, the wings are spread, we're looking up from the ground through buildings, and of course, what does it form? It forms a star, and we see Red Hulk there and stuff, and it says, Screen X, whatever the hell Screen X is. What does this look like though? Why have we seen that particular style of image, not once but twice, with another character? That's right, it's because it's the goddamn Batman poster. You had it with the Dark Knight Rises, where it's looking up and you saw the bat symbol being formed in the buildings as they break. And we even had it in the Batman Begins, where we were looking up at Batman, coming down, flying down, wings spread, and other things in the sky. The only difference with the Batman Begins one is it didn't form the bat symbol through the buildings. So they just went, hey, let's do the Christopher Nolan thing and let's just use those style of posters to make this poster. Like, wow. you ripped off what are no doubt the better movies, which is hilarious. And it really is hilarious. But then we get this one, 40X poster, which this one is weird. The wings look strange the way they have it, because they don't look like they're curved behind him. They look like they're coming over him, which is weird. And you can see like the shield behind faded out with the Hulk, kind of a reflection of the Red Hulk on it. It's interesting as well that the shield just seems to be grey. It doesn't seem to have any colour to it. Doesn't have the red, blue and blue on it or anything like that. It's, again, the only issue with half of these posters really is they're very AI generated, really, aren't they? And of course, the other one we had, which is basically the last one as well, is this kind of animated one, which again, this one is weird because they're making the wings look like cloaks. So it looks like it's meant to be Sam Wilson standing there with a cloak on, even though it's meant to be the wings. Don't know why they kind of put two shields in this poster. You have the shield behind him, and then of course he's holding the shield, and of course you see the reflection of Red Hulk. And again, very, very AI generated. So that's the posters that they have put out. They're not horrendous or anything like that. I just think the one that they just said, hey, let's copy the Batman posters, I think that's hilarious. But wait till you check this out, because the runtime compared to the budget is insane when you hear this. So it says Marvel Studios is gearing up for the release of Captain America Brave New World, but early revelations about its runtime and budget are raising eyebrows across the industry. At just 118 minutes long, the film will be the shortest Captain America movie to date, yet the budget has reportedly ballooned to a staggering $350 million, which means that it cost a jaw-dropping $2.9 million per minute of runtime. The $350 million figure is a low-end projection, with some outlets believing the latest MCU project could even get up to production costs of $375 million. That high-end figure would put the per minute cost of this film up to $3.1 million. So this thing, now, to start with, we know it's not the 350. We know it's beyond that because they shot the film twice, and of course they continue to do even more reshoots. They were even just reshooting or doing more shoots back in November, the end of November coming into December, or in December. So that number is staggering. As for the runtime, yeah, we've been told that they've cut 45 minutes out of the movie. Yeah. So it was meant to be almost a 2 hour and 45 minute. That was the original movie that they done. Then they scrapped that, reshot it, and it was down to 2 hours, 2.5 hours. And then they've reworked it again, and it went down to 2 hours, and now it's under 2 hours. It's like 2 hours it's now an hour and I think 50 minutes or 55 minutes. So it's under the 2 hours. 45 minutes of this movie have been removed. We know Seth Rollins has spoken about how much he said all of his stuff is cut out of the movie altogether. It's a mess. Like, to put that much money into this, and even the inside word from Marvel themselves and within Disney is like, they're not happy with this. It's literally, they just have to try and get it out there and get rid of it as quickly as possible. But they are not happy with the end result. So it's not looking good for this movie. And again, this movie has to break $1 billion. Like, whether it's 350, whether it's 375, that's the production cost. Remember that. That's only the production cost. That is not including the promotional cost. You know, the extra 100 to 150 million that they would have pumped in. And by all the trailers they're starting to put out and all these new posters, you know they spent over the 100 million. So this thing is going to be a colossal failure for Marvel and Disney. So with that, I shall leave it there for this one. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Cheers, and I will catch you in the next one.